Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Jess and I'm so glad that you guys are joining me because April's almost done. My January through April bullet journal, my daily Bujo, is almost full. So it is time to go ahead and set up my new one. I have a bunch of stickers here and I will go through those. But basically what I'm going to be setting up is going to be the beginning of it, so kind of like these pages, and then I'm going to set up my reflection page and the monthly page for May, and then we'll probably go ahead and do the first daily page, so May 1st. And I'm not going to be doing exactly the same pages that I have in here. I am going to be doing some different ones. So let's go ahead and get started. For my new viewers, welcome. My returning viewers, welcome back. I have been using this as my daily bullet journal, and then I started incorporating wellness journaling into here in April. This is going to be all daily Bujo and wellness journaling. Sometimes I'll even do like a little creative journaling as well, just kind of get a bit more creative. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so so first of all, I do have a cover on this. It is just an A5 clear plastic cover that I purchased from Amazon like back in 2022. And these covers are no longer available. If they were, I would happily link them, but they're not. So whenever I start a bullet journal, you're always going to have like this page where it's like the cover page kind of, and then it goes into one. I never use this side because of the way that it's glued together. I will actually glue this together myself just because that's going to drive me absolutely bananas. So let's do that now. And usually whenever I glue something in my bullet journal, I will put the Tombow on it and then I just flatten it down just like that. All right, so the stickers that we are going to be using, I'm going to set that off to the side really quickly. So I have a 2024, and then I have these Polaroids because I want to do a memory page. I kind of figured that would be like really fun. So in June, I am planning on taking a trip to New York. So I think I'm going to be using this primarily for that. So I'm excited about that. So this is going to be a 2-page spread. I am going to set up a 2-page spread for traveling books that I'm participating in. And I'm going to do a page for pre-orders because I do pre-order a book every so often. And this will allow me to actually remember that and not forget it. So that will be a 2-page spread. And then I have my year at a glance. These are from JoJo Apple Prints. These stickers are all from JoJo Pretty Paper Shop. So I will use these. And for the year at a glance, I just like to basically like color in, dot, and then notate what a specific day is. And then this is going to be for May. Again, JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. This is going to be for May 1st. And then for the year at a glance, I have some letter stickers that I've already picked out from Plannything, her fun alphabet sticker book. All right, let's get started. So we are going to start with, we're going to start with this right here. And I kind of feel like, let's do this one as the year at a glance. I'm actually going to take off this clear cover and I'll put it back on at the very end. Yeah, I think we're going to start with the year at a glance. I'm actually going, excuse me. I'm actually going to open up this one because I want to kind of like see how I spaced it out. The only difference is I'm going to do, so for the other one, I did January through March, and then I did April through June, and then July through September, October through December. The biggest difference is that this one will be January through June, July through December. I didn't like having it the other way. Okay, I just wanted to also kind of double check that spacing, or double check the placement. So we're gonna just put 2024, my year at a glance. There was a reason why, like, I went ahead and picked out the letters just because it would speed it along a little bit. And as I'm kind of like looking at the placement on here, I feel like I liked the placement of the actual, like, of how far apart that I spaced them. I probably should be using wax paper, but I'm not. I'm living very dangerously right now. I feel like those are actually spaced a little too far apart. Okay, we're gonna... Already I'm nervous. Come on, please. Thank you. I'm gonna put this one a little bit closer. I am so excited about starting a new notebook. And I will absolutely be saving the old notebook. I am not getting rid of that. The way that I look at it, I don't do actual memory keeping. So my planners are a form of memory keeper. Excuse me. I need coffee. Probably, it's way too late for me to have caffeine, but man, I feel like I need a coffee. So my notebook will be a form of memory keeping. Okay, so we have that, and then I'm gonna give it a few spaces in between, and then we can be able to put down the other ones. What I will be doing is I will be... Sorry, I just had to... I was like a little... Make sure I was lining it up straight. I will be actually like filling in the days that I had colored from January through April. I'm going to go ahead and put them in here just because I like the idea of having it in both. And I think what I'm also going to do is any days that I go ahead, because I've got to update, I've got to kind of fill in some days for June and October. So I've got to fill in some days for June and October. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put them in my January through April too. But there we go. That is done. Yes, that A is completely way too low. So let's go ahead and fix that. It's cute. I like it. It makes me happy. That's all that matters, right? So I think the next page is going to be my memory page. So the memory page, I wanted to do a mixture of both the 2024 and these. What I think we're gonna do, and I will admit, I'm not planning, I haven't done any type of planning it out, so we are gonna use wax paper. Just because I don't know how I want this to be done. What I'm initially thinking is having the Polaroids go across this one. And I'm perfectly fine if they end up like going over to the other page, because then I'm going to be taking these Polaroids and basically joining them together. Oh, okay, that works. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking joining them together. And then, oh, Okay, maybe I'll do like 4 and 4. Because I was also going to incorporate, where's my 2024? I was going to incorporate this. So maybe I have an idea, and I don't know. I don't think that was going to work. I was going to put these in each of those, but I'm like, they're not going to fit. So maybe we put this like up towards the top. I separate these, so it goes 4 into each one. And then we take these Polaroids and I basically align them to have 3 on each page. Even if I'm like having to overlap them a little bit. Okay, I think that this is what we're gonna do. Okay, the rest of them I'm just gonna stick on there, and I will put on the page. I will figure that out. I have this idea in my head, and I think it's gonna work. What I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna put down the middle one first, and then we're gonna put down the other sides. All right, so I am gonna do my craft knife because I want to put, okay, I'm like trying to decide, how do I want to make this work? We're gonna take this because I think I can do a 2-0 or a 2-4 and then a 2-0 on this side. Because I do want that to be like way up there on the top. And we're gonna close it so that way it does bend it. Okay. And now these Polaroids, and I'm thinking that I'm perfectly fine with basically putting these like in the middle of each page and then drawing a line to join it to the side. Oof, I gotta move it down a little bit. Okay, so we've got like that, and then I am gonna take a Pilot G210 and we're just gonna finish the line just like this. I probably should have used like the 7, but that's okay. So yeah, so it looks like it goes all the way. Now we're gonna do this one. This one's gonna be a little bit tricky because I do have 2 ends. Wait a minute. I'm so smart. We're just gonna join it on that side. Now let's put this one down, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Okay. Now I do have a separate notebook that I am planning on using for like photos of our trip to New York and stuff, but this will also be a fun way to include like maybe my favorite photos. Like I may do all of the photos from our trip and then in the other notebook, and then this one will be like my top photos. So I'm just going to trim that a little bit. Nice thing about this one is that it did go almost all the way to the end. So now I just have to do this one. And I can slightly curve it so that way it looks like it joined or they're close enough. Now we have that set up. And so now it's just taking, we're gonna put one right in the middle. I think it's in the middle as much. Now, when I'm doing these, I'm actually not putting it down all the way. That way, it will hopefully be really easy to pick up. Oh, actually, we're gonna move this. We're gonna put it just like that, and then that one, and then this one. I like it. Now, the only thing that I am thinking about doing, just because if I don't know how well you can tell on camera, but there is like a little bit that is kind of peeking up. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna very carefully trim away just that end. So that way it looks like a really, really clean overlap. Oh my goodness, I am so excited about this. So let me go ahead and do this one as well. I'm like having to be super careful so that way I don't like stick my head in the view shot so you don't see all of my gray hair. Okay, so then we have that. I love it. It makes me so happy. I am so excited about this. But then I'm definitely gonna have to figure out like what. Wait. I don't know what that is. I think that was where I may have accidentally cut it. I'm definitely gonna have to figure out like what am I gonna do for the next one, because actually I think the next one. So this one I'm anticipating to be potentially May, June, and July, because of the fact that right off the bat I am including creative journaling or wellness journaling. Because of the fact that I'm creating journaling in general, I'm not going to get like as much out of it as what I would as what I did for like the first part of the year. So yeah, so this one could very well be May, June, July, and then the next one's going to be September, August, September, and October. October, I have a friend visiting, and she's going to be here 5 days, right? So I will definitely need to have like the same kind of memory journaling. So I think what I'm going to plan on doing is getting another one of like these little Polaroid kits from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. So then that way I can be able to do the same sort of thing for August, for May, June, July, August, September, and October. And then I think what I want to do is I want to have just one notebook for November and December. And I may do like a whole bunch of like extra pages, like I'll do pages for Christmas, for holidays, that sort of thing. I love how this turned out. This is perfect. And it'll look like really, really cute once I kind of add in like the photos and stuff. So my 2024 page is done. The next page is going to be the one for pre-orders and for books. The traveling books specifically. All right, so I have these. And I was thinking about using these functionally, but I'm not quite sure. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use these to go like behind some of these. Just because it's like, I know that she probably like made them thinking that people may use them functionally. It's just a really small area and I just don't want to, so we're gonna layer. So this one is going to be for the pre-orders. Let's go ahead and pick out a color, I'm gonna use, one thing I should probably put in the very back of this is the Tombow pages. So in that way, like, I know, like, well, these are the colors that I want to use for my pages, because my Tombow is telling me that it matches. My Tombow swatch page, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna do, okay, that was, I actually expected that to be a little bit darker, but apparently I didn't. Well, this was actually like the only yellow that was close enough to those flowers. So this one is going to be for, I'm thinking pre-orders. And really, I'm just gonna write across. What I am going to do though is I'm going to do a double line, because I really like the look of the double line. And for that, we're going to pick out also a blue, and I'm kind of thinking the cobalt blue will be really pretty with it. So whenever I do a double line, I usually do like one color, a thick line, and then I do another color, a thin line. And I just really personally like how that looks together. And then from there, pre-order books, and then we're going to do something very similar on the other page, where I am going to take this one, and I think instead, actually, you know what, I want to use this one. And then just like what I did with this one, where I did a thicker line and then a thinner line, we're going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to do a thicker line with the blue this time, and then a thinner line with the yellow. I'm trying to decide, like, how far do I want it to go? Butthead. I may as well just basically make it like the same exact size. So 1, 2, 3. Right here. Like, I really wish that I had thought to do these in my other Bujo, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't, but I'm excited to have it in this one. All right, that was a really bad line, but that's okay. I am not going to be using the yellow for writing. So this one, actually, I think we are, but this one, I need to kind of be like a little more careful. I'm just going to title it Travel Books. And whenever I use a really light pen or a really light marker, I always like to outline it in, usually I will do emoji, just because the fact that it allows it to really, really stand out. And then basically for the travel book, so I am currently participating in, I want to say 3, but soon it's going to be 4 traveling books. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like the book title, who it's authored by. I think maybe I'll do like who is leading the traveling book, which a lot of them are like traveling arcs, so advanced reader copies. And then I may even write like, oh shoot, that was a horrible K. I may even write like, who is it going to next? Okay, I'm really sad because I completely botched that. I'm going to try to correct it with a white pen, and then when this dries, I'm going to go over it in the yellow again. We'll see how that works. All right, coloring it in. I'm being very careful. I think that looks fine. We're letting it go, but there we go. I have those 2 pages are done. So now we have my name page, year at a glance, my memory page, and then my pre-order books and travel books. Let me see if I wanted anything else. So one thing that I have in this one is a bookshelf, which I'm kind of slacking on filling up. So I need to actually like go in and do April books. I also need to see if maybe I need to add some more March books too. I don't know. But yeah, I need to confirm March, fill in April. I'm going to continue to use this for books. And then once both of these are full, then I will add in bookshelves into this one. So here's the thing, like, I don't know if I'm even going to fill this up all the way. I have read 8 books in April. Like, that is my lowest so far this entire year. So I'm not going to put in bookshelves just yet, as much as I want to. One thing though that I did for April, wherever April may be, is I have a wellness bingo, and I feel like I need that. So I'm going to create my monthly page, my reflection page. I'm going to leave 2 pages blank for my wellness bingo, my 1 line a day, which I am behind on, so I need to finish that up. I'm behind in life, you guys. Okay, let's do this thing. So travel books, I guess we're jumping straight into May because I can't think of anything else that I need. Let's jump straight into May. So for May, now we are using the monthly kits from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. I really love these stickers so much, and like my entire Bujo for this year is going to include the monthly pages. So it's going to have like that really fun, cohesive look to it. I have been doing washi on the top. So I do, this calendar normally is not that crooked. Let's try that again. But yeah, so I do the calendar on one page, and then on the other side, I do the washi strips, one on the top. Oh, crud muffin. I also don't normally rip it like that. That was a total me problem. So one on the top, one on the bottom. I'm going to place them down, and then I am going to trim it. I have to fix this also. It is like so easy to tear stickers sometimes. All right, pretend like you guys didn't see that happen. And then we will trim. and then trim. And then what I like to do, let me go to my April reflection to kind of show. Wait, where is my April reflection? March, that, and then here we go. So washi on the top, washi on the bottom, and then I usually do like 3 boxes, and then I will create a box around those. So this will be like kind of like a header, and then I actually write in the box. Now, I will say when I created my wellness bingo, I used a Mr. Pen fine liner. This bled through horribly, and I will not do that again. So, first of all, I need to pick out colors, because I need to have matching colors. So we're going to go with a dusty rose, and I wish I had some green that matched this. Like almost the willow green almost does. I think we're going to go with dark olive. I think that will actually look pretty good with it. At least I hope. It probably won't, but if it doesn't, don't worry. I'm not worried about it. And then I actually have it off to the side, so that way I can remind myself what I'm doing. We are going to start with a pink box right here. And right next to that, I'm going to put reflection. And then I've got also 3 boxes right here. I think we're gonna do a light pink and then a blue. And I will basically alternate where the boxes go. So one is gonna go on this side, another one is gonna go on this side. Oh, and then also usually what I do is like the extra little flowers. I will usually put them either around the calendar, or I may put them over here. I think for this one, we are going to put it around the actual calendar. But let's go ahead and finish up the boxes for this one. So I think for this one, we're going to do a pink box first. And then we will do a green box inside, but each of them will be thin lines. And we're going to do an olive for this one. So clearly this box is going to be much smaller, which means that this reflection, I better have a lot less to say. I really like how this green coordinates with the washi. So I'm very happy that I picked it. All right, done with that. And then this one. My lines are perfectly imperfect. All right, so now this is going to be Wellness Bingo. This is going to be 1 line a day. I need to actually pick out the stickers that I'm going to be using for that. I guess I should go ahead and put these in. So I might go ahead and like speed myself up while I do this, just so that way you don't have to like sit there and watch me pick out stickers. By the way, before I do that, I also love that for this, I always use up sticker sheets. So I don't know, that brings me a lot of joy. Okay, continuing on. All right, that is done. Wellness bingo, 1 line a day. And now we are going to move on to the May. I'd like to kind of refer to it as like a monthly dashboard page, where it's basically going to be my spot for, it's basically going to be like my spot for kind of like jotting down notes for the month. So we have these stickers from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop, and I think that this is what I want to use. What I tend to do is I tend to use these for the dashboard and the first day, so that way you kind of have like a really pretty coordinating spread. So I like this window. I really like that windowsill. We're going to put that right there. And I think what we're also going to do is I kind of like the idea of having like some of these branches kind of up here, and some of like the little birds and stuff. I don't know if that would be weird to put that right there, but that's where it's going to go. And this is going to be hanging. So it kind of looks like that it's hanging from a branch. But I need to find a better spot for the nest. I don't know if this is going to work. But we will pretend that that nest is on a big old branch, and that's kind of what's holding it up. And then we're going to need a little bird. This little bird gets to be up there. Oh, Vinny just yelled at me as he walked away. Okay, so now we have all of that. And I think what I'm going to do, we're going to put May right there. What I am thinking is I'm thinking about having 2 boxes. I have tried 2 boxes in the past and I didn't love it, but I think both of these are going to be smaller boxes, so I think it's going to be okay. For colors, we are looking at, like, I'm kind of looking at like colors that are going to coordinate. I want to do 761, which is a carnation. I also kind of want to kind of do this coral. And I don't, no, that coral is not going to work. Where is that color that I need? This one right here, that is perfect. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to use this one, and then we're going to use that robin egg blue, which is like a super, super pretty color. I don't have like an actual robin egg blue. I think the closest that I have is going to be Alice blue, which is $2.91. I think I like that. So we're going to use both of those. Now these stickers are going to go on this side. So right now I just need to draw my boxes. And my other thought, actually, I think this is what I'm going to do. We're going to do one big box. We're not going to do two boxes. And we're not even like dropping it all the way down to the bottom. And then we're going to take the pink, is going to go on both sides of it. I really love that color so much. I feel like this is like the Tiffany blue. I don't know, maybe I'm making that up in my head, but I always thought that the Tiffany blue wasn't like an actual blue, but it was more of like a bluish green, kind of like a turquoisey color. But I like that. That's super simple. The only thing that I'm going to do different is going to be this, and I'm just going to put that right above it. Okay, now I think I want to throw in some washi. Ooh, hold on. I think I know a good washi for this. So I have this washi, and I think, I don't know, maybe I'm delusional in thinking that this, I kind of like that. Like, I think I like that. The only, kind of like the biggest thing though that I want to do is going to be to trim it. I think that works well. We're going to use this washi also up here. I want to flip it like this. The biggest thing though that I want to do is I'm actually going to lift this up, so then that way I can put the washi down and then put that sticker on top of it. Because it was kind of a pain to cut around it. So I don't want to do that again. We're just going to go like that. I feel like that kind of brings the whole thing together. All right, and then we're almost done. We have to use it down here. Because again, like I want this all to be like tied together nicely. And this is going to be May 1st. So in this way, everything is already set up and I don't have to worry about setting it up the morning of May 1st. And this one, I think we're going to keep it pretty simple. We're going to have this little cage right here. We're going to have some flowers next to it. But then the birds are going to be up here. the birds don't want to be in the cage. For this, I think we're just going to immediately go for the pink, because pink just, it makes a lot of sense. I'm kind of excited about May because May means that my trip is coming up soon, but May also means that summertime is coming up soon, and I am not ready for the summertime heat. I'm grateful that we don't have humidity, but I'm just not ready for like the 90 and 100 degree weather. I'm actually going to move this over just a little bit. Felt like it was way too much off to the left side, and I kind of need the left side for my boxes. So what I have been doing is I've been doing like 2 different boxes, and I really like the idea of that, because in that way, if I want to separate things out, I can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 different boxes, both of them in the same color. One of them is going to be slightly behind the stickers. And I'm not going to outline it in the pink, but I am going to outline it in, not in the yellow either, in mild liner. In a mild liner and a Muji pen. So then that way it kind of stands out a little bit. I may even do it on this one, but I'm not positive yet. So outside and inside. All of these are without ruler because, oh, this one I actually did a little too short, but that's okay. Yeah, so all of these are without ruler, mainly because I just didn't think to grab it, so I'm calling it imperfect or perfectly imperfect. I don't know, that's just like a phrase that I like to say when something is not perfect. It is not meant to be perfect. And there we go. We are all set up from the very beginning of my May Bujo all the way to, well, I still have to do my wellness bingo and I still have to do my 1 line a day. So I'll probably do that separately, not on video. But I can't wait to use this. Yay, we're done. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have ever considered doing a Bujo daily, I highly recommend it. Like, there's something so satisfying about seeing a notebook go from this to this. So thank you guys so much. Thumbs up, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.